Wole. If you did not watch episode 1, you do not know what wole means, so you should go back and watch that. It means hello. How are you? How's it going? I am Spencer. I am here with another episode of Backwards Talking with Spencer. That's sort of what I'm calling this for now. Maybe I'll change the name later. Just look at this text over there. All right. So, keeping with the theme of sort of conversational, simple phrases, we did hello, we did my name is, and then, of course, all of you are going to put in your first name in the comments, and I'm going to teach you how to say your name backwards later, maybe. And then in this one, we are going to do I like. What do we like? We like lots of things. I'll give you a few examples. And if you want to request some other things of what you like, maybe I will teach you how to say them if you're lucky. So, I like. The first actual backwards video I did used this phrase. My friend Gabe and I did a video which we ended up calling Sogel Kelga because that backwards is sort of I like Legos. And so we made a video with Legos. And I'll put a clicky thing somewhere so you can find that video. I like. When we first did this, we thought it was Kelga, Kelga. Not exactly correct. It's close. But yeah, I mean, it's... So let's figure out how to say it. Let's start with like. Like. The k sounds get kind of weird backwards, so I'm not going to get really into that too much because you sort of have to add a little breath sound to the beginning. I like k. Those are difficult, but we're not going to worry about that. So we're just going to start with a k sound, and it'll sound a little weird, but it'll be fine. So the word is like. There's an E sound in there right before the k. So kyal, like, kyal. That's the word like, kyal. And then I is ya. I think we saw, did we see that in anything? No, my is similar with an M. So it's I is ya, and like is kyal. Kyalyah. Kyalyah. I'm sure it'll come out a little bit differently when we actually do it, but that's pretty close. So let's go into Premiere and figure out how to say I like. I like. What is this backwards? Kyalyah. So you heard that weird breath sound at the beginning. That was the k sound. Let's hear it again. Kyalyah. So if we ignore that, it was pretty close. Kyalyah. So let's say that into this fancy program that can backwards things. Fancy program that can backwards things. Let's try that again. Kyalyah. And backwards time. I like. So there we go. Obviously the K sounded a little bit weird, but we already knew that was coming. So what do we like? What do we like? We like lots of things. The very generic example, first example I came up with is music. We like music. How do you say music backwards? It's 2 syllables. Let's take the second one first. Mu-zik. Zik. Again, we got that K sound in there. Whatever. We'll ignore it. Zik. It's more of a Z sound than an S. Zik. Kiz. Kiz. That's all it is. And then mew. Mew. Uim. Uim. So we have kisuim. I think that's right. Let's find out. Music. And what is music backwards? It is kizuim. Kizuim. Let's see what that sounds like. Kizuim. And how accurate were we? Me was it? Yeah, it's pretty good. Not too bad. So, how do we combine music and I like? So music is kizuim. I'm doing this all by memory, so apologies if I mess something up. Kizuim kyalyah. I think that is correct. Let's try it out. Kizuim kyalyah. And how close were we? I like music. Well, I mean, it definitely sounds like the small man in the red in Twin Peaks, but that's kind of what we're going for. So Kizuim kyalyah is I like music. What else do we like? Some people like sports. It's only one syllable, but there's a lot going on in there. So, off the top of my head, let's see if we can figure out how to say sports backwards. I probably should have written this down ahead of time. Sports. Zropes. Zropes. Let's say it forwards first, and let's see how close we are. Sports. Strope. I think stropes. I think it's something like that. Sports. This really is the best method to figure out how something sounds. I like to write it out first, get it close, record it, and then, tweak it a little bit, and then keep on practicing. So, sports backwards is stropes. Yeah, it's kind of like stropes. Stropes. Maybe I'm emphasizing the T a little too much, but that's fine. So let's say that into our backwards making machine, and let's see what that sounds like. Stropes. So, easier than I expected it to be. Sport. So we lost a little bit of the S at the end, stropes. I think so. We have to emphasize that a little bit more, stropes. But yeah, that actually worked out pretty well. So I like sports would be stropes kyalyah. Let's say that. Stropes kyalyah. And flip it. I like sports. There we go. So if you like sports, you can say stropes kyalyah. And if you like music, you can say kizuim kyalyah. And the last example I'm going to give you is one that my friend Sam decided to say because he very much likes this, and we were just having fun trying to figure out how to say backwards things after we figured out I like Legos. Then we're like, well, what else do we like? Gabe likes bikes, and Sam likes cheese. Cheese. Who doesn't love cheese? So cheese is also one syllable. It would be zeesh. This one's weird because the ch sound also, just like the k sound, is weird backwards. But you get it close enough. So let's just say cheese by itself. Cheese. And this backwards is zeesh. Yeah, you don't get that ch sound in there. Zeesh, zeesh, something like that. So let's try that. Zeesh. I'm definitely emphasizing it a lot more than I probably need to, but that's okay. We'll play around with intonation and stuff later. Jeez. Yeah, that's pretty good. So now let's put that together with I like, and we should get siege kyalyah. And that is a phrase that I have said more times than I care to admit in my life, just because we learned how to say it, and we just had fun with that. All right. I like cheese backwards. Siege kyalyah. And let's flip it. I like cheese. There we go. I like cheese. You probably like cheese too. So what did we do today? We learned how to say I like. We also learned music and sports and cheese. Siege kyalyah. I like cheese. Stropes kyalyah. I like sports. Kizuim kyalyah. I like music. I hope you like this video. You can click the like button. That's going to help me. You can subscribe. That's going to help me. I hope this educational jaunt is helping you in your endeavors to speak backwards, because I know you all had them. And what else? You can. I will put the Twitter and Instagram at SpeedJampar. You can check out my podcast, The Dictionary. And do I have anything else to say? I don't think I do. I'll come up with something later in future episodes. This is a lot of fun for me. It's good practice for me, and I'm starting a list of what future videos I should make. So if you have any suggestions, let me know in the comments below. Goodbye. Oh, and I should say, Bjarkbus. Think I said that correctly. Bjarkbus. Subscribe.